Hello everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. I'm Taryn the Traveling Trainer with GoTarryn Personal Training here in the greater Atlanta area, about to welcome for the very first time a new guest to today's show, Ms. Abbey Griffith of Abbey Griffith, here also in Atlanta. Now before we have Abbey join us on today's show, I'd like to ask everyone out there, if you please be so kind as to like this video, leave us a comment, and share it with all of your friends and family out there. This will be the very first time that I get to meet Abbey, and she was referred to me by Christy Wiegert, and I'm going to be meeting Abbey to talk to her about her fitness background, her personal training philosophy, working with people, doing both in-person training and also online coaching, and everything that she's doing here in Atlanta, as well as the exciting new endeavor of building a brand new fitness studio known as Clarity Fitness in Decatur. So I'm excited to learn more about Abbey Griffith and her brand, and also about Clarity Fitness. And we're going to be having Abbey join us right here momentarily, so make sure that you come back and join us for the interview. And remember that with GoTarryn Personal Training, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, and as you can see side by side, for the very first time, we're welcoming Ms. Abbey Griffith of Clarity Fitness. Abbey, how are you doing out there today?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. The pleasure's all ours, and I'm glad that we were introduced by our mutual friend, Christy Wiegert out there, and she told me I had to get in touch with you and get you on the show, and I'm very impressed. I've done a little bit of research on you, and we're going to talk about Clarity Fitness. I'm going to ask you about some exciting, I think, new studio that you've got going out here, of course, in Atlanta. And, I would just wanted to start off by, I guess, asking you about Abbey Griffith. So that's obviously been the brand. And, Abbey, I just wanted to ask you about, what you're doing with personal training and coaching and, just everything that you're doing, how you jumped into it. So that's the first question. How did you get into the whole world of fitness, and how did you get here to Atlanta? Because it looks like in your background you've been a lot of places, too.
Yep, absolutely. Great question. I have been working out since probably about 7th grade. I was overweight when I was younger, and so I went into the gym to get a personal trainer and kind of figure out the lay of the land and start to play around with movement, and it just kept kind of developing into something more and more from that. And long story short, it ended up being a bumpy road in my fitness journey. So I was in college when I actually started to struggle with some serious body dysmorphia stuff, and that developed into a full-blown eating disorder. So I struggled with anorexia and bulimia. And when I went through recovery for that, I was told that I couldn't work out anymore. Oh. So I really I got more curious about fitness. That was when I got my personal training certification and really started to dive into developing my fitness center. And that was the goal of that, is to help men and women with their relationship with their bodies, with fitness, with nutrition, and really to get them empowered around what feels good and what resonates as happy and helpful and good vibe and good energy, instead of feeling like there are so many rules and regulations that they have to put on themselves to feel fit enough or feel like they're doing something that counts, So that was the big kind of breakthrough, I guess, moment for me that I want to really bring into the gym and hopefully help men and women feel better around their relationship with fitness.
That's good. I like that. That's very, very good. A lot of things you said there that really jump out. The fact that your philosophy sounds like there's no prejudging and kind of just being almost in love with themselves and making sure that they're happy with the person they are. That's all what health and fitness is, no question about it. And that's the great signs of a personal trainer, just giving them that encouragement and at the same time motivation, which you obviously bring. And then along the journey too, Abbey, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, you've been, like myself, I thought I traveled a lot. You've been at a lot of different places and have sharpened your tools and mastered your craft. In fact, just reading on your impressive resume too, you have a degree in a Master of Science from University of Miami. So obviously very intelligent. So I'm backing up, I guess, before fitness and with education. What brought you to that kind of pathway of going from going to school and getting your master's degree and then going that route?
Absolutely. So I went to college kind of to figure out what I wanted to do. I went for industrial engineering. So that degree allows you to go a lot of different routes into a lot of different fields. And it's really just all about efficiency and all about saving time and money.
Hmm.
So it's kind of a leveled up business degree-ish, but I mean business degrees are great too, so not talking bad about business degrees, but it's a different angle of everything.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it was a really great opportunity for me to kind of get the lay of the land and figure out what I wanted to do with my life because I had no idea at 18, as
Yeah.
many of us also do.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so I dabbled with that and then finished that off and really realized through recovery how passionate I was about fitness. And there was just kind of a block that was holding me back from going the gym route. And
Hmm.
so when I ended up going the gym route, I just kind of took a leap of faith and followed my heart. And so we're in the construction phase now. So it kind of came full circle from dream to reality. But with the degree, my senior project at University of Miami, that's where I went to school down in Florida. And that was a really great opportunity for me to assess the University of Miami Wellness Center. And so I figured out what worked for that gym and I put that into my business plan. And then I figured out what didn't work for that gym. And then I made it work with industrial engineering and put that into my business plan. So we got that vetted and I had a great team that helped me out with that. And we presented that for our senior project. So there were business teachers and engineers, and the mayor of Miami was all there. And so they
Wow.
all checked over that. So it was a really, really great experience. I was so blessed to be able to have access to so many awesome tools there. And then I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. So that
Hmm.
was a big jump down to Miami. And I think that like bringing it back even more back to the roots. I was there all my life and went to a boarding school there and then went down to Florida for college and just fell in love with Miami. I do think, unfortunately, that Miami had something to do with the eating disorder that I developed because it's very appearance focused there. It's very all or nothing thinking about everything from finances
Mm.
to careers to fitness to body image to everything. So I think that that was a turning point, but ultimately the therapist and the connections that I made there had completely shaped my life for the better. So then I had the opportunity to move to Atlanta, which I always wanted to do and hope to stay here long term, and just really loved that it was still a big city and had so much going on and
Hmm.
had a lot of great people doing incredibly awesome entrepreneurial things, but wasn't as as Miami is, should we say? So
Yeah.
it was a happy middle ground.
Neat. What about it?
Yeah.
Like, what was it about Atlanta, Abby? Had you been here before? You knew people here, or what specifically was it about Atlanta that you liked a lot? Choosing it.
Yeah, there were a ton of things. So,
Yeah.
I only knew my high school roommate here. So she was my one friend that I had stayed in touch with, and we were kind of distant friends by the end of college, but it was just more of we hadn't stayed in touch, not because there was like any issue or anything. So
Yeah.
I reconnected with her,
Cool.
and I had come here in when was it? My junior year of high school or something for like a
Okay.
leadership super nerdy conference situation. It was great. So
Oh.
I did that at Georgia Tech, which is now across the street from me. I'm looking at it now. And
Oh, neat.
so it was a great experience. And I loved the culture here. I loved the music scene. I loved the vibe of the people. And then the more I started to look into it and research it and understand all that Atlanta is and has to offer, the more it made sense from a business perspective for the gym because there's a ton of awesome fitness stuff going on here. The community in general is very mental health aware,
Yeah.
and so that made it a really good spot for a body positive angle of the
Yeah.
gym. There's a ton of young people that are doing big things that are well respected. Everyone has the energy of wanting to help each other out and bring each other up. It's not like if I'm successful, you can't be successful kind of thing.
Right.
So it was just great community, great people, great history, great music, and just seemed like the perfect place to land after college.
Yeah, wow, that's impressive. You were definitely ahead of the curve than a lot of other people because having that foresight to kind of recognize as a big business plan opportunity. You're right, Atlanta, you nailed it on the head. Has everything here, and it's just growing. It's especially for us in the health and fitness world. I mean, we're really seeing it become like they kind of say it's the Hollywood of the South, especially with the movie and cinema industry moving here. But so many jobs, so many corporations bringing their headquarters right here in Atlanta. So I commend you for that. That's great. And, it sounds like, Abbey Griffith has been very successful. You've been hitting it really hard here in Atlanta and doing your personal training, working with helping people. So now we're bringing it to a next level here, Abbey. Obviously, Christy had told me to ask you about Clarity Fitness, the new studio, because I wanted to talk to you about that. So it sounds like you've had this in mind pretty much, and now we're kind of seeing this come to fruition. Can you tell us about the studio, please?
Absolutely. So the Abbey Griffith is my Instagram handle. It's my online coaching platform. So again, it's a body positive message. I help people achieve their fitness goals, but I'm focused on empowering men and women to appreciate their body and take on fitness goals from a place of respect instead of a place of focusing on the laundry list of things that they think need to be fixed or changed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that really, really took off in the online realm, and I have some really great one-on-one clients online. I have some online group coaching courses that I'm doing, and I do have some in-person clients right now, but laying low on those until we get the gym open because it's a lot of driving and maneuvering and stuff. So I'm focused on the online.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the gym. Ooh, go ahead.
No. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you up. You were going to tell me about because I was going to ask you where it was located, but I'm sure you'll tell us.
Yeah, definitely. The gym part. So that's all the online stuff that's going on. And then the gym part is a totally separate company. So Abbey Griffith is the online right now, and Clarity Fitness is the brick and mortar gym facility, which will one day have an online thing, but I can't handle that right now. Do that later. so we're doing, the gym is in Decatur, Georgia, right on that main square. So
Nice.
The old courthouse where there's the museum in it now. If you go down the steps behind that, there's a courtyard, and that's my courtyard now. So that's right where it is. It's next to the MARTA. It's right on the main square where all the yummy food is, and we get access to the courtyard for some outdoor classes. So it's just, I couldn't have found a better location. I'm so excited about where we found the spot. And it is also a body positive experience. So it's all about offering personal training, group exercise, independent workout space. It has membership, so if you want to just come and get your own kind of workout in, that's more than awesome. And we are offering just an overall body positive experience. So we're not talking about, we don't have scales, we're not talking about weigh-ins, we're not talking about burning stuff off so that we can give ourselves permission to eat later. Like, we're very holistic in terms of, we can do whatever you want to do in terms of fitness. It's not just like a yoga studio or like there's one type of workout that you have to do. We can get as intense or as mobility, flexibility kind of focused as you want, but it's with that overall vibe of respect and self-love and community and having fun with it.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm excited for you. I know you got to be excited, Abbey. And again, what a location too. That's incredible. Yeah, that's amazing. And when are we projecting the opening too as well?
That is a tough question right now because construction is definitely tricky, but it should be before the end of the year, 2019. So we're hoping that we started construction, and then there were a few roadblocks in the construction journey. So we have to take a month off to kind of head back to the drawing board on some things, but we're going to be back at it ideally mid-September, and then should be finished up by around November, we hope.
Wow, that's exciting.
We'll be blasting Instagram and everything with all of the grand opening info once we have it.
Yeah, no, you've got a tremendous following on Instagram, and as far as the studio, Abbey, obviously we can't see it because it's still being built, but give us a virtual 3D tour, if you will, verbally. Like, take us through what are some of the highlights and key points that we'll see once we enter the studio, just to give us an idea.
Definitely. So if you imagine the space, it kind of looks like an L. So you come in the lobby and it's all like this, and then it kind of opens up that way. So there's a entrance that has this bright white lobby with the big logo and the
Nice.
front desk. And then if you walk straight through, you head into a joint locker room that's in the center.
Hmm.
So that's for if you just have some stuff that you want to throw in a locker really quick when you get there
Uh-huh.
and wash your hands, just whatever you got to do that doesn't involve privacy or changing or bathroom kind of stuff. And then on either side of that joint locker room, we have the typical bathrooms with the places for you to get dressed, and we've got showers and we've got toilets, obviously, all the
Yeah,
things.
it's
But
great.
the idea of the joint locker room was a really, really cool angle from my architect, which is cognitive design. They were incredible, and they really took what I wanted the space to do and translated that into how the building was going to be built.
Mm.
So with the joint locker room, I really wanted that community aspect, and I really wanted people to feel like they were developing friendships and making relationships with trainers and other people in the group exercise classes, or even just people that they run into on the gym floor. And that central locker room area kind of makes those connections continue
Hmm.
instead of feeling like you have to put a pause on the conversation, go to the bathroom, come back, and
Yeah.
it just like allows it to be more flowy. So I'm super excited about that. And then if you come out of the bathroom and head left, you're
Hmm.
going to go into the exercise area. So that's like on this part of the L over
Okay.
here. And
Uh-huh.
we've got cardio machines, we've got free weights, we've got a cable machine, one of those multi-station units.
Nice.
We've got, if you come around that, then we have two personal training rooms that are totally private in case you don't want to be seen when you're working out, or
Hmm.
you and your trainer just kind of want to go and have more quiet workout experience kind of thing. And we're going to have a massage therapist that comes in there too.
Oh,
So
wow.
that
Oh,
that was the body positive angle. There are some
yeah.
people that are new to working out and don't want to be in the middle of the floor when people are doing squats and deadlifts and stuff, just want their privacy. And
Yeah.
then outside of that, we've got a turf strip and a private stretching area. And then we've got a giant group exercise classroom that it's basically blacked out and has some really cool light situations happening, multicolored changing lights that can be adjusted for the group classes. And
Uh,
then in the back, there's a private personal training hangout room for all the awesome trainers and a bunch of storage and my office. And I think that's it.
wow, that's incredible. I can't wait to see the finishing touches and the final version of this. That's awesome. And so, it sounds like you had everything just about pretty much in mind of how you wanted to do it. How did you come up with the name Clarity Fitness? I like that. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was many, many months of brainstorming. We went
Yeah.
through all of it. We were trying the first ever name we had was Benefit Fitness, and my business advisor was like, "That sounds like a retirement plan." And I was like, "You're correct." So we backpedaled out of that one. And then there was all types of stuff that we brainstormed. But I remember the moment. My grandma is actually a huge, huge, huge help, and so is my mom in funding this project and
Cool.
supporting and advising. They're both entrepreneurs too.
Excellent.
So they have been incredible. And I remember we were just brainstorming the name in the kitchen one day when we were making dinner. And I was talking about like, what is that feeling? Because they're actually still my clients with the Abbey Griffith
Oh,
coaching
cool.
program.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's that feeling? What's that light bulb moment feeling? Or like that realization when the pressure gets lifted off of you and you don't have to stress dieting and you don't have to stress body image anymore.
Hmm.
Like, what is that? And she was like, it sounds kind of like clarity. We were
Neat.
like,
Oh,
stop.
yeah. Oh,
It was
wow.
perfect. And then we ended up checking online to see if it was available, and it was. And then we went forward with that.
Beautiful. Wow, that worked out great. Yeah, I like it. Again, I think that's really nice. I mean, it's very catchy, and branding it, I'm sure will be a lot of fun. It sounds cool. It's easy to remember. It's nice because it's short and sweet, and that's what you want, for branding. So perfect. And I'm sure marketing is going to be something huge and something big that, obviously you'll be working on. So we've talked a little bit about social media marketing. What other, and again, your location-wise, I can't say enough. Man, wow, location. What else are you going to do? And you have planned for marketing once this gets pre-launched, I should say, and then launched?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to be tabling. It's the base floor of a 7-story business building.
Okay.
So I'm going to be tabling in and around that building for 2 months before we open to get some really solid pre-sale numbers up. Definitely, and doing business-to-business connections in the area, talking to people in different apartment complexes, just trying to really spread the word and see what we can do to support other businesses in the Decatur area.
Yeah.
And then I also have an online and in-person marketing team. So I have my web guy is doing some great SEO stuff and really reaching out through Facebook ads and all of the things online. And then I've got my in-person team that's working on some PR stuff and really trying to develop a street team that we can take information out to. We're also doing free boot camp classes every other Saturday, the first and third Saturday of the month, like right in that courtyard area.
Nice.
So that's been a huge help too, to kind of get people to understand what they might see in a typical Clarity Fitness bootcamp type group class, and really just trying to get as involved in the community as we possibly can. Right now we're kind of pumping the brakes on marketing stuff because we really want to lock in that opening date before we do too much, because I want to make sure that people have something that they can go to once we get the word out.
Sure.
But definitely excited about getting that started, and I'm going to be in Decatur all the time.
That's
tabling
excellent.
My heart away.
No, that's going to be wonderful. Yeah. And that's good because it's not too far of a commute for you too. It sounds like, it's pretty close. So that's perfect. Yeah. And going back to the Clarity Fitness, once it's open, I'm sure you've already been thinking about this, but my question was kind of, what does membership options look like? I know you probably don't have anything specific yet, but I guess my general overall question, it sounds like the membership would be open to pretty much anybody, right? Pretty much families, individuals, couples, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we have a 3-tiered membership process that we're thinking of doing for right now. We're going to have the lowest tier is just general gym access. So you have a gym membership, you fob in, and then you're good to go and do your workout.
Okay.
Then the next tier is the group classes, totally unlimited, plus gym access. And then the final top tier is a VIP kind of experience. So we've got the gym access, we've got group exercise, and then we're working on a deal with the Atlanta Hawks to get some discounted tickets there.
Oh, wow.
We're working on getting different types of workshops and stuff going. That would be access for all of the tiers on the weekend, just things that we're going to be talking about in terms of mental health, in terms of body image, bringing in therapists, fitness professionals, teachers, members, trainers, everything to really add the educational component to the fitness experience at the gym. And with the VIP membership, we're going to have access to one-on-one time before and after to really get that connection building happening, and just special services and special access to different things for those VIP members. Totally worth it, and just a really good community builder and a way to get involved in the greater Atlanta area.
Wow, that's exciting. Yeah, I mean, you're doing all your homework, Abby. You've already done enough, all your work in terms of research, and I commend you for that. So this is great. And, obviously you mentioned a couple of family members as investors. What does your family, obviously they're excited for you, but overall, what would they pretty much think about this whole unique project and this endeavor that you're doing?
They're super incredibly awesome about it. It is absolutely scary for all of us.
Sure.
It's definitely a risk, but it's been really cool to just see them as excited as they are. Yep. They know firsthand what I went through with my eating disorder, so it is personal for all of us, and we're all really excited to see what I went through turn into something positive for everyone, for the family, for me, for other people that we're going to serve through this gym, and just really help people have a greater experience with fitness and body image and overall personal health. So they've been my biggest cheerleaders. They're so excited to come to the grand opening and the soft opening, if they're not the same thing, and do as much as they can to support and bring people. And I come from a really, really tiny family. So it's basically me, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, and then I have 2 aunts and their kids, and that's it. So
No, yeah, that's great. They're being so supportive. I mean, it's wonderful to have that. And I think you're going to do excellent. I think you're going to definitely succeed. And I'm a big believer that whatever you envision and you make your own self-fulfilling prophecy, it's up to you how far you want this to go. So that's the whole beautiful thing of being an entrepreneur. There's no limits. So again, I can't think, I can't wait to see the grand opening too. And I'd love to be there and support you on too. This is exciting, and this is a couple of things I wanted to throw out there, Abby, too. I said this to Christy Wiegert when I interviewed her, but I really do believe the best personal trainers are the ones who have had personal challenges that they've overcome, especially those physical and mental challenges, and then because you're living proof, you're a walking testimonial. If you could do it, that's the first greatest person to be with, to hire, to know what they're doing. But overall, what would you say has been the most rewarding thing that you could think of in terms of working in this, not only the Abbey Griffith, but just overall in personal training, fitness, health, and wellness?
That is a super, super awesome question. I really would say that just the connection that you build with your clients, with the people that you see more than your family sometimes, is just so incredible to watch them, because I feel like people don't realize that fitness is so much more than just getting to the gym. Like, you are seeing yourself firsthand do something that you didn't think that you could do. You're building your confidence, and that has nothing to do with physical changes. That all has to do with your mental side of everything, and how much you're doing in terms of trusting yourself and taking risks in the gym and getting after it. And just some of the thank yous and some of the testimonials that I've gotten have brought me to tears, because it's just so incredible to see that not only their lives have changed, but the people in their immediate circle, their significant other, their family, their parents, whatever, have also noticed them just get their light back. And that is just so, so cool to see and be a part of. And it just comes back to gratitude for the people that have come into my life that have resonated with my message. I think that it's so important to find a trainer that you resonate with as a person, as a coach, as their philosophy. And when you hit that nail on the head in terms of being on the same wavelength and having the same values and morals and ideas of where you want to get to, that shift is just so powerful and so, so exciting to see. So that would probably be, I know that was a not one specific example kind of answer, but there were some really, really great experiences at University of Miami and some great people through my online stuff. And I'm so excited to see what comes up in the gym too.
Yeah, I know. That's the great thing, is that you put all this hard work into it. And no, I mean, your answer was just spot on. Absolutely. It sounds very rewarding. And I'm so happy that, it's brought you this far and up to this point to now you can see it in fruition. So, again, I'm excited for you, Abby. And Abby, this has been a fast, quick 30 minutes. Flew by fast. Thank you. Really appreciate your time. But before we get you out of here, I just wanted to ask you, let's definitely do this again, please. And as we progress, I'd love to see, again, the next steps of Clarity Fitness, and as we see that grow. But before then, before we get out of here, how could people find out more about, Abbey Griffith, obviously your brand, and how can they, find more information about you and contact you directly, please?
Yeah, definitely. So there are 2 websites. There's abbygriffith.com and then there's clarityfitness.com. So both of those are going to stay live long term. And I'm a big Instagram person. So abbygriff.fit is my personal page, and Clarity Decatur is the Clarity Fitness Instagram page. So those are great resources to reach out to me, and I'm checking messages and checking the coaching applications all the time. So if people want to reach out on any or all of those, I'd be more than happy to chat, whether it's in terms of coaching, or whether it's a specific question or having a tough body image day, whatever I can do to support, I'm more than happy to do so.
Excellent, Abby. Well, this has been a lot of fun, and again, I'm so happy to virtually meet you here, and I'm definitely looking forward to the opening of Clarity Fitness. So we will get your contact information up on the screen here momentarily of Abbey Griffith, and we hope you have a great day, Abby. Nice to meet you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.